So Biden's border crisis is affecting all 50 states. We're experiencing it here. What the statistics over the last 3 months are just really concerning, shocking, unconscionable. But it still is a little bit worse in places like Texas and Arizona and Florida. So we asked Iowans to submit some questions, and Katie from Madison County wanted to know what 3 specific actions you take to control the border.
Well, I was there yesterday, and I saw the difference in intentionality from the last administration to this administration. I literally stood in a junction where the last administration's wall stopped and this administration's wall began. And to give you a sense, one of the walls was about 30 feet high, unclimbable. The other one, my 9-year-old would have had fun climbing in about 2 seconds. So I think we need to be intentional about protecting our border. We need to, instead of, you want to defund something, let's defund the 87,000 IRS agents. Why don't we defund that? And why don't we use that for Border Patrol agents? And why don't we use that for technology to make sure that our border is safe? And then the last thing is, I think we really need to designate the cartels a terrorist organization. They are flooding our streets with fentanyl. 80 to 90,000 Americans die every year. That is the equivalent of a 747 crashing every single day. Think about the national tragedy that was the submersibles that collapsed. Think about if a 747 were crashing every day. And that's not even to talk about the human trafficking crisis, which has now become a bigger revenue generator for the cartels than drugs. It's awful. I don't know how many of you have seen Sound of Freedom, but the executive producer, I don't know how many of you guys seen Sound of Freedom? Yeah? So it was executive produced in part by someone who lives in Miami, and he was telling me the story of what they do with kids. And as a father, it's just shocking. And we need to have a strong president that projects American strength. We have a president right now that is projecting weakness, and that is emboldening our enemies across the world to get more aggressive. And we're seeing that aggression, and it's creating problems for us.